Alright guys, this is just a quick video. I'm going to do more in the future. If you have any kind of crochet questions, I will try my best to answer them. Any projects you want to see, I will try to do some on camera in the near future. This will not be my last video. This is just my kind of a intro to me doing these videos with a few basics for those who have been inquiring. These are swatches where I've cut off while crocheting. Instead of buying stitch markers, I use these, or bobby pin. It's more economical than going out and spending extra money when I can just mark my stitch with this. I use these little guys when sewing in my tails on my projects so that the projects have a nice clean smooth finish. You can see they're kind of funky looking, but they do a really great job. I really like these. These are becoming my favorites because they slide through the fabric so much easier than these little cheap plastic ones. My crochet hooks vary in sizes. If you're going to be someone that's serious about crocheting, I recommend you get at least 12 sizes so that you're prepared for most all projects. As you can tell, they vary greatly between their sizes because you have something as tiny as that or something as large as that. So it can change dramatically based on what you're working on. My yarns vary quite a bit depending on my project. I have everything from this little tiny guy to this little chunky fella, and I do love my chunky stuff for like my blankets, especially if I'm doing a baby blanket because they're very soft, generally speaking. If you're going to crochet something and it's for a baby, I recommend that you go into the store instead of actually ordering online so that you can put your hands on it and you can feel it, because you want something really nice and soft textured for babies because their skin is sensitive. Also, if you're doing a blanket, it's nicer to put something really soft around the edges because that's generally the place that's going to be closest to your face. And we know that we don't want anything scruffy rubbing our face. And some of the yarns can get scruffy, especially if it's a worsted weight and it's really inexpensive. A lot of the times, especially if you're looking online, you're going to wind up with something that's kind of rough, which is fine. It's very durable, but you want to make sure that you're using something a little bit more comforting around the face. FYI. I'm going to show you just a couple things real quick, just kind of like basics, if you will, into yarn fun. I'm going to show you some of the things that you're going to have to learn at one point in time if you're going to be serious about crochet. And use my chunky needle here, number 8mm. Now, if you're going to do a magic ring, grab it, wrap it around, and that's working yarn. We call the long piece of working yarn. The short piece is your tail. Grab it, pull it behind, insert your hook, pick up that back long piece so it makes a ring. Then take this long pretty piece here and pull it through. That creates your first little chain. It holds it together. But when you're working, I'm just going to give you a kind of like a double crochet example, and I'm going to give you a couple more examples, so don't feel like you have to follow me right here. Now, once you've done this, and say you've got 12 around and you want to close it up, all you have to do is grab this cute little tail here and pull him, and that little circle just disappears, which is really nice. And then you can slip stitch into the rest of your project. Another thing you want to know how to do is how to make your slip knot. The way I do mine, grab it here, wrap it around, insert my hook just like I did before, pull this through here. But this time I'm going to hold both of my tails, both my working yarn and my tail piece, and I'm going to pull, and it's going to slowly close up that ring. It's going to give me this little funky loop. That's perfect. That's what you want, because that's what you normally start when you're chaining to create a project. Chaining is nothing more than wrapping it around, which is called a yarn over, and pulling it through. Yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through. This is chaining. One thing you want to do if you're gonna crochet seriously, you really need to practice doing this a lot, because if you're making these too tight, you won't be able to go back in them when you're working on your project, and that's essential. If you're going to do a single crochet, Okay, whenever you're working, we don't count this one. This is an unfinished loop, so we're not really considering this one. It's like it's invisible. All of these have been completed into a chain, so we do count these. So you don't work with the first chain because that's where your tail is. You don't want to lose that tension. You work with the second one. A single crochet is inserting your hook, yarning over, pulling that loop through, yarn over, pull it through both. That is a single crochet. A single crochet is different from a slip stitch. Slip stitch is inserting your hook, pulling the yarn through, but instead of yarning over this time, you just take it and you keep going and you pull it through. So you have either something that's going to start building or something that's going to stay right on the chain. A slip stitch stays on the chain. Now, a half double crochet is a yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 1, 2, and 3. That is a half double crochet. A double crochet is a yarn over, one yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. You got 3 rings. Double crochet is yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That is a double crochet. A treble crochet or triple crochet is yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, 2, yarn over, pull through 1, 2, yarn over and pull through 1, 2. And that's where you get the changing in sizes of stitch. You see where you have less space, the tighter your stitch. This is just kind of a basics, just giving you guys kind of an idea of the things that we learn as crocheters. If there is a certain pattern that you'd like to see done, please let me know. I will be doing more videos, like I said, in the future. I have a better quality camera and a tripod, but I don't have it set up. I just usually use my webcam because I don't do a lot of videos. The more videos that I find in demand, the more videos I'll make, and so on and so forth. But thank you for your time. Peace and blessings. Bye.